altitude. Okay, these are the points we have to remember, and these are the points which is used for optimum design of an aircraft also. Okay, so you have to understand that the values of pressure, density and temperature is varying throughout the atmosphere, and also the values of pressure, density and temperature will be different for different regions in the earth. Okay, for example, I am the atmospheric properties like pressure, temperature at which I am recording the video will be different with respect to the temperature and pressure values of the atmosphere at which you are watching this video. Okay, now to optimize or to standardize this to standardize the design, we need this international standard atmosphere. Okay, so to standardize these values, we have defined an international standard atmosphere. The atmosphere value is, the value of pressure is nothing but 101,325 Newton per meter square. Okay, I repeat, to standardize this atmospheric value, we have set of values for pressure, density, temperature, viscosity as well as acceleration due to gravity. Okay, that is called your international standard atmosphere. Okay, this is only to estimate the performance characteristic of an aircraft, and the value of temperature is 288.16 degree Kelvin. Okay, then viscosity is equal to 1.789 into 10 power minus 5 Newton second per meter. Then the value of acceleration is 9.81 meter per second square, and these are the values for acceleration due to gravity, and density is 1.225 kilogram per meter cube. Okay, and these are the set of values for international standard atmosphere. Okay, and now we will discuss about different layers in the atmosphere. Okay, I think you have studied all this thing earlier and just going through that. Now we will discuss about different layers of air in the atmosphere. Now we will see the different layers in the atmosphere. Different layers in atmosphere. First layer is troposphere. Okay, and this layer is up to 11 kilometer and it is 36,089 feet. Okay, and one of the important thing is the temperature. I write in bracket, the temperature in this layer decreases linearly up to 11 kilometer at a lapse rate. Okay, that is nothing but gradient. At a gradient or lapse rate of 6.5 degree Kelvin per kilometer. Okay, so for troposphere up to 11 kilometer, that is the first layer of the earth is from the surface of earth is troposphere. It is up to 11 kilometer, and this is the important point. The temperature will be decreasing linearly up to 11 kilometer at a rate of 6.5 degree Kelvin per kilometer. 6.5 degree Kelvin per kilometer. Okay, after troposphere we have something called tropopause. Okay, tropopause. Okay, this is at 11 kilometer And one of the important thing is from 11 kilometer, that is from 11 kilometer up to 20 kilometer, the temperature is constant. Okay. One of the important thing you have to notice is the values of pressure will be decreasing from the surface of the earth through the up to a certain height, or it will be decreasing throughout the atmosphere. Okay. But in the case of temperature, the value of temperature will be decreasing up to 11 kilometers, then it will be constant up to 20 kilometers, then there will be increasing up to a certain limit. Okay, so there will be a fluctuations in the variation of temperature throughout the atmosphere. Okay, when you compare the variation of pressure and temperature, the pressure will be decreasing throughout, but the temperature will be having different fluctuation, that is, it is decreasing up to 11 kilometers and it will be constant from 11 to 20 kilometer, and the constant value is 216.66 degree Kelvin. Okay, up to 20 kilometers we will be having a temperature of 216.66 degree Kelvin from 11 to 20 kilometers. Okay, after tropopause we have something called stratosphere. Stratosphere. Okay, this is from 20 kilometer to 47 kilometer. And one important thing you have to understand, most of the aircraft will operate up to a certain altitude of 20 kilometers. Okay, beyond 20 kilometers there will be the operation of aircraft is very less. Okay, the aircrafts like for example SR-71 Blackbird, this type of aircraft will be operating at a very high altitude. Okay, this is a special purpose aircraft which is used for spy purpose. Okay, and other aircraft like our civil aircraft and all will be operating at a maximum height of 20 kilometers. So we will be discussing up to troposphere and stratosphere. We are not going to discuss above stratosphere. Okay, so aeronautical engineering design is up to your stratosphere. Okay, when you have to go for missiles and spacecraft, we have to think about the next layer, that is your mesosphere, ionosphere and exosphere. Okay, so the design of aircraft is the design of aircraft is up to a altitude of 20 kilometers. Okay, so from 20 kilometers to 47 kilometers we have something called stratosphere, and in this region the temperature is increasing. Okay, in the case of troposphere the temperature was decreasing, but in the case of stratosphere the temperature is increasing. The temperature is increasing linearly at a rate of 4.7 degree Kelvin per kilometer. Okay, and next layer is stratopause. Okay, this is present at 47 kilometer. Next layer is, after that we have layer of mesosphere. This starting from 54 kilometer to 90 kilometer. Okay, then we have something called mesopause. I am not discussing about the variation of temperature, pressure, anything for stratopause, mesosphere and mesopause because that is beyond our curriculum. Okay, we are discussing the subject flight mechanics, that is up to your stratosphere. Okay, the mesopause is at a altitude of 90 kilometer. Okay, then we have thermosphere. Thermosphere. that is from 100 kilometer to 550 kilometer. Then we have ionosphere that is from 550 kilometer to 10,000 kilometers. Okay, then we have exosphere, that is your last layer of atmosphere. Exosphere, that is above 10,000 kilometer. Okay, so these are the layers of atmosphere, and we discussed about the variation of temperature in different layers, especially up to stratosphere. And as a designer of aircraft, you have to understand the variation of temperature as well as pressure and density in these layers, especially up to stratosphere. Okay, and you can see a diagram in the video which shows the variation of temperature throughout the atmospheric layers. Okay, now we will discuss about the estimation of variation of pressure as well as density in this different layers. That is, you can see here for troposphere there is the variation of temperature is linear. Okay, that is, we have a gradient layer in the sense, gradient layer means the temperature is varying. Okay, and we have something called isothermal layer. Here the temperature is constant. We have gradient layer and we have isothermal layer, and in gradient layer the temperature is varying. In this case we have troposphere up to 11 kilometers the temperature is varying. Then we have isothermal layer, that is from here in this case we have tropopause from 11 kilometer to 20 kilometer the temperature is a constant. Okay, now we will discuss how to estimate the values of pressure as well as the values of density with respect to temperature for the gradient layer and isothermal layer. Okay, this is one of the important problems in aircraft design, to estimate the pressure ratios, the pressure density ratio in gradient as well as in isothermal layer. Okay, this is the case we are going to see next. Okay, to estimate the values of pressure ratios and density ratios for isothermal as well as gradient layer, we need two important equations. First equation is nothing but the hydrostatic equation. I am not going to derive this equation. I think you have already studied about this equation in elements of aeronautics or fundamentals of flight. So dP is equal to minus of rho g into dH. Okay, dP is nothing but the pressure change is equal to minus of rho is density, g is the acceleration due to gravity, and dH is the difference in height. Okay, then in the last lecture we derived equation of state. That is P is equal to rho RT, where P is nothing but the pressure, rho is the density, R is the specific gas constant, not universal gas constant, T is the temperature. Okay, now we will derive the relation for gradient layer. Okay, that is we have a temperature lapse rate that is for troposphere as well as for stratosphere. You up to for troposphere up to 11 kilometers we have change in temperature at a lapse rate of minus 6.5 degree Kelvin per kilometers. Okay, so and also for stratosphere the value of temperature is increasing at a rate of 4.7 degree Kelvin per kilometer. Okay, in the case of troposphere the temperature is decreasing linearly. I think you have seen in the figure, and in the case of stratosphere the temperature is increasing linearly at a certain rate. Okay, now we will try to estimate the ratios of pressure as well as density in terms of temperature for gradient layer. Okay, so first we will discuss in the case of gradient layer. Okay, so in gradient layer we have the equation dP is equal to minus rho g dH, and we have, I put as equation number 1, and P is equal to rho RT. From that equation, from this equation of equation number 2, I'll write as equation number 2, rho is equal to P by RT. Okay, I put as equation number 3. Now I'll substitute equation number 3 in equation number 1, so I will get dP is equal to minus of P by RT into G dH. Okay, this is an important equation. Okay, this equation number 4 I'll be using for isothermal layer also. Okay, and now you have to see one important case. This is our surface of the earth, and this is our base layer. I put as 0, and this is a target layer that I put as 1. Okay, this is the surface of earth and this is the base layer, I put as 0, and this one is called the target layer. Okay, it's called target layer. Okay, this is the base layer. Okay, now we have to estimate the temperature of target layer. Okay, so we have an equation called Toussaint equation. It is nothing but T1, that is nothing but the temperature of target layer, is equal to T0, that is nothing but the temperature of base layer, plus A into H1 minus H0. Okay, H1 is nothing but this height, H1, and H0 is this height, the height from the surface of the earth. Okay, H1 is the height of target layer from the surface of earth, and H0 is nothing but the height of base layer. Okay, now what is this A? A is nothing but the temperature lapse rate, or gradient rate. Okay, I think you got the idea. T1 is nothing but the temperature of target layer. T0 is nothing but the temperature of base layer, plus A is nothing but the temperature lapse rate. H1 is nothing but the height of target layer from the surface of earth. H0 is nothing but the height of base layer from the surface of earth. So I can write this equation as T1 minus T0 is equal to A into H1 minus H0. Okay, so T1 minus T0 is nothing but change in temperature. I can write as dt is equal to A into H1 minus H0 is nothing but change in height, that is dH. Okay, we can see in equation number 4 we have a term dH. Okay, so dH I can write as dH is equal to dt by A, equation number 5. Okay, now I will substitute the value of equation number 5 in equation number 4. Equation 5 in equation 4. Okay, so I can write dP is equal to minus P by RT G into dH is dt by A. Okay, now I can bring the P on the left hand side, so I'll write dP by P is equal to minus G by RT dt by A. Okay, I think you got the idea. Okay, now we have to find out the values of pressure, and from the equation of state we will find out the values of density. So I'll integrate this equation from P0 to P1. Okay, integral from P0 is P0 is nothing but the pressure of the base layer, P1 is nothing but the pressure of the target layer. dP by P is equal to, here G, R and A are constant, so I'll take it out, minus G, A, R. G is nothing but the gravity, A is the temperature lapse rate, R is the universal gas constant or specific gas constant. Okay, integral, this is, we have dt and t. Okay, so I'll write dt divided by t. Okay, now the limits of this integral will be from t0 to t1. Okay, t0 to t1. T0 is nothing but the temperature of base layer and t1 is nothing but the temperature of target layer. Okay, we will integrate this equation. I will be getting ln P1 minus ln P0. Okay, because we will be getting in dP by P is ln P. Okay, we substitute the limits. I will be getting ln P1 minus ln P0 is equal to minus G A by R into ln T1 minus ln T0. Okay, now what I will do is I will take exponential on both sides. So I will be getting e power ln P1 minus ln P0 is equal to e power minus G by AR ln T1 minus ln T0. Okay, now we have one important thing I am using here. X power A minus B will be equal to X power A by X power B. Okay, similarly X power A into B will be equal to X power A the whole power B. Okay, so I will write this, I will use these two formulas to derive this equation. E power ln will be nothing but P1. Okay, so I can write this one as e power ln P1 by e power ln P0. Okay, I am using X power A minus B is equal to X by A minus X by B. That is equal to e power, I will write ln T1 minus ln T0 the whole power minus G by AR. Okay, X A power B is equal to X power A the whole power B. Similarly I am writing here. Okay, so e power ln p1 will be p1 by p naught is equal to, we have same term here, that will be e power ln t1 by e power ln t naught the whole power minus g by ar. So I can write this is e power ln t1 will be t1, it will be p1 by p naught is equal to t1 by t naught the whole power minus g by ar. This is the relation between pressure for a gradient layer. I put as equation number 6. Okay, now we have to find out the density relation. We know P is equal to rho RT. So I can write P1 is equal to rho 1 R T1. R is a constant for every layer. And P naught is equal to rho naught R T naught is equal to T1 minus T naught the whole power minus G by AR. Okay, so T1 by T naught I can take on right hand side, and R, this both R will be getting cancelled. So I will be getting rho 1 by rho naught is equal to, I can write T1 by T naught minus G by AR minus 1. Okay, T1 by T naught is here, I am just taking on the right hand side. Okay, so this is the estimation of pressure and density ratios for gradient layer. Now we will go for the isothermal layer. Now we will discuss about isothermal layer. That is, the temperature is constant for this type of layer. Isothermal layer. And we have from equation number 4, we derived earlier, dP is equal to minus P by RT G into dH. Okay, we have the equation, and I will take this equation as dP by P is equal to minus G dH by RT. Okay, here the temperature is constant, and I will integrate this equation. I put as equation number, last equation was, I think it was equation number 6, equation number 7. Now I will integrate this equation, that is from 0th layer, that is from P naught to P1 dP by P. Okay, now in this equation number 7 we have G, R and T is constant, so I will write minus of G by RT, and we will integrate this equation from height of base layer, that is H0, to the height of target layer as H1. Okay, and this will be dH. Okay, so I can now write, this will be ln P1 minus ln P naught is equal to minus G by RT. dH I integrate, I will get H, so I will be getting H1 minus H0. Okay, if I integrate equation, integrate dH is nothing but H, so I will get H1 minus H0 after substituting the upper and lower limit. So now taking exponential on both sides, that is e power ln P1 ln P naught is equal to e power minus G by RT into H1 minus H0. Okay, so I can write this one as e power ln P1 by e power ln P naught is equal to e power minus g by RT H1 minus H naught. Okay, so this will be P1 by P naught is equal to my e power minus g by RT H1 minus H naught. Okay, this is the equation. I put as equation number 8. This is the equation for pressure ratio for isothermal layer. Okay, now we have P is equal to rho RT. Okay, and here I can write the equations as rho 1 R T1 by rho 2 R T2, but in this case is equal to e power minus g by RT H1 minus H naught. Okay, now for isothermal layer the temperature is constant and we have a constant of universal gas constant. So the value of rho 1 by rho 2 is same as of the pressure ratio P1 by P naught. Rho 1 by rho naught, not rho 1 by rho naught, okay, not rho 1 by rho 2. So the density ratio as well as the temperature pressure ratio is same for isothermal layer. Okay. To summarize, I can write for gradient layer T1 is equal to T naught plus A into H1 minus H naught, and this is called Toussaint equation, and the ratio of pressure P1 by P naught is equal to T1 by T naught, the whole power minus G by A into R, where G is the acceleration due to gravity, A is nothing but the temperature lapse rate, and R is nothing but the universal gas constant or specific gas constant, is actually specific gas constant. And rho 1 by rho naught is equal to T1 by T naught, the whole power minus G by AR minus 1. And for isothermal layer, that is the temperature is constant, T1 is equal to T naught is equal to T. Okay, P1 by P naught is equal to rho 1 by rho naught is equal to e power minus G by RT H1 minus H naught. And you have to also note 0 is nothing but the base layer and 1 is the target layer. Okay, so from this lecture you can find out the value of temperature at any altitude. You can understand and you can also find out the value of, by using this equation you can also find out the value of density as well as pressure at any altitude in international standard atmosphere. So that's all about this lecture. Stay tuned for next lecture. Thank you for listening. Take care.